Welcome to Next Step Advisor.
ඔන්න ඉතින් next step advisor තුලින් අපි අද ආවා අමුතුම තැනකට. ඔයගොල්ලෝ දන්නවා Southern Fern Institute එක. Southern Fern Institute එක සම්බන්ධ කරගෙන අපි නොයෙකුත් programs කළා. එතකොට මේ institute එකෙන් අපි invite කරා මේ academic ආයතනයේ බලන්න ඒගොල්ලොත් එක්ක යන්න එන්නේ කියලා. ඉතින් මේකෙදි ඔයාලට ගොඩක් වැදගත් තොරතුරු ටිකක් දෙන්න පුළුවන් නිසා අපි next step advisor තුලින් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට මේක පෙන්වන්නත් අපිට අවශ්‍යතාවය තියෙන හින්දා ඒගොල්ලොත් එක්ක අපි මේ institute එකට තමයි දැන් මේ ඇවිල්ලා ඉන්නේ. මෙතනදී බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ මේ institute එකේ තියෙන ඉතාමත්ම වැදගත් සුවිශේෂී වෙන programs කීපයක් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට පෙන්වන්න. මොකද හේතුව තමයි මේ ඉන්ස්ටිටියුට් එකේ තියෙනවා මේ රිසර්ච් programs වගේ. රිසර්ච් programs තියෙන ඉන්ස්ටිටියුට්ස් ඇත්තටම නිව්සීලන්ඩ් වල තියෙන්නේ බොහොම කීපයයි. හේතුව මේ එකක් තමයි මේ ඉන්ස්ටිටියුට්ස් PTEs වල රිසර්ච් programs ඩිලිවර් කරන්න තියෙන අවස්ථාවන් අඩුයි. ඉතින් මේ රිසර්ච් program එකක් ඔයගොල්ලෝ ෆලෝ කරාම තියෙන විශේෂ වාසියක් තමයි එතකොට ඔයාලට පුළුවන් ෆුල් ටයිම් වැඩ කරන ගමන් අධ්‍යාපන කටයුතුත් කරන්න. සාමාන්‍යයෙන් නම් ස්ටුඩන්ට් වීසා එකක් නිව්සීලන්ඩ් වල අරන් ආවහම ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ෆුල් ටයිම් work rights හම්බෙන්නේ නැහැ. නමුත් මේ රිසර්ච් ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම් එකක් කරන්න ආවහම ෆුල් ටයිම් වැඩ කරන්නත් පුළුවන්. ඒ විතරක් නෙමෙයි අපිට මේ ඉගෙන ගන්න ස්ටුඩන්ට්ස් ලගෙන් දැනගන්න ලැබිලා තියෙන තොරතුරු අනුව ඇත්තටම මේකේ අධ්‍යාපන කටයුතු උනත් තමන්ගේ පෞද්ගලික රාජකාරී බබාලා බලා ගන්නවා නම් ඒ දේවලුත් කරන ගමන් ඒ වගේම ජොබ් එකත් කරන ගමන් පහසුවෙන් කරගන්න පුළුවන් වටපිටාවක් තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේම හරිම ෆ්‍රෙන්ඩ්ලි, හරිම සපෝටිව් ස්ටාෆ් එකකුත් මේකේ ඉන්නවා කියලා අපිට දැනගන්න ලැබිලා තියෙනවා. ඉතින් ඒක අපිට ලැබිච්ච තොරතුරුනේ එක එක ස්ටුඩන්ට් ලගෙන්. ඉතින් අපි දැන් මේ ආයතනයටම ඇවිල්ලා ස්ටුඩන්ට්ස් ලවම හම්බෙලා ඒගොල්ලොත් එක්කත් මේ අදහස් සුවමාරු කරගෙන ඒ වගේම මේක ඇකඩමික් ස්ටාෆ් එකත් හම්බෙලා මේ තොරතුරු හරියාකාරව ඇත්තටම රියල් ලයිෆ් එක්ස්පීරියන්ස් එකක් හැටියට ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ගෙනත් දෙන්න තමයි අපි මෙතනදී බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ. මොකද මේ ගැන ලැබෙන තොරතුරු ඉන්ටර්නෙට් එකේ සර්ච් කරලා හරිය ගන්න තොරතුරු වලට වැඩි අපිට හිතුණා ගිහිල්ලා ඒගොල්ලන්ව හම්බෙලා කතා කරලා ළමයි එක්ක කතා කරලා මේ තොරතුරු අරගෙන දුන්නොත් ඒකේ තියෙන වටිනාකම ගොඩක් වැඩි කියලා. ඉතින් අපි ගිහිල්ලා බලමු ඒගොල්ලොත් එක්ක කතා කරලා මොනවද අපිට ඒ ගැන දැනගන්න පුළුවන් කියලා. ඉතින් අපි ඉන්ස්ටිටියුට් එක ඇතුළට ගිහිල්ලා මේ විස්තර කතා කරන්න කලින් බලමු මේ ඉන්ස්ටිටියුට් එක මගින් ඩිලිවර් කරන ප්‍රධානම රිසර්ච් මාස්ටර්ස් ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම් තුන මොකක්ද කියලා. මේ තියෙන්නේ රිසර්ච් මාස්ටර්ස් ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම් තුන. එකක් තමයි Master of Change and Organizational Resilience කියලා කියන්නේ. අනිත් එක තමයි Master of Technological Futures. අන්තිම එක තමයි Master of Contemporary Education. ඇත්තටම මේ වීඩියෝ එකේදී අපි කතා කරන්නේ Master of Contemporary Education එක ගැන. මේ ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම් එක ඇත්තටම ඔයාලා ලංකාවේ ටීචර්ස්ලා හැටියට වැඩ කරනවා නම්, এডুকেෂන් සෙක්ටර් එකේ වැඩ කරනවා නම්, ලෙක්චරර්ස්ලා හැටියට වැඩ කරනවා නම් කරන්න පුළුවන් හොඳ රිසර්ච් මාස්ටර් එකක්. මොකද ඒක කරන ගමන් ඔයාට ෆුල් ටයිම් වර්ක් කරන්නත් පුළුවන්. ඒක ගොඩක් වෙලාවට ප්‍රයෝජනවත් වෙනවා. ස්පෙෂලි ඔයාට ජොබ් එකක් හොයාගන්න. ඒ වගේම ඔයාගේ රෙසිඩෙන්සි ගන්න අරමුණක් මොනවා හරි ටාගට් එකක් තියෙනවා නම් ඒක පහසු වෙනවා මේ වගේ රිසර්ච් මාස්ටර් ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම් එකකට ගියාම. හැබැයි මතක තියාගන්න මේ කන්ටෙම්පරරි এডুকেෂන් කියන රිසර්ච් මාස්ටර් එක ටීචින් වලට රිලේටඩ් මාස්ටර් එකක් වුණාට ටීචින් රෙජිස්ට්‍රේෂන් එක හම්බෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඉතින් ටීචින් රෙජිස්ට්‍රේෂන් එක ගන්න ඕන නම් ඔයාට වෙනත් මාස්ටර්ස් තියෙනවා. ඒව ගැන අපි කතා කරමු ඉදිරි වීඩියෝස් වල. නමුත් මෙතනදී අපි කතා කරන්නේ රිසර්ච් මේ කන්ටෙම්පරරි এডুকেෂන් මාස්ටර් එක ගැන. ඒකෙදී එහෙම ටීචින් රෙජිස්ට්‍රේෂන් හම්බෙන්නේ නැහැ. හරි. අපි ඉතින් දැන් ගිහිල්ලා බලමු ඩොක්ටර් හේලිව හම්බෙලා. එයා තමයි මේක ඇත්තටම ඩිරෙක්ටර් ඔෆ් ඇකඩමික් ක්වොලිටි. එයාගෙන් මේ ගැන විස්තර කතා කරලා දැනගමු. Okay, Dr. Haley, thank you very much for joining the conversation today. So I would like to know, like, we have got a contemporary education, Master of Contemporary Education program here. So can you explain a little bit about this program, please?
Yeah, sure. So our Master of Contemporary Education is a program designed for educators.
Yeah.
So that might be a classroom teacher, it might be someone working in tertiary, it might be someone working in learning and development. We've had educators working in zoos and libraries and museums. So anyone who has an education background or an education career, the Masters of Contemporary Education could be for them. So the program really is picking up on a lot of different themes around how education is changing, what the future of education looks like, digital technologies in education, leadership and collaboration, culturally responsive practice, and then the students get to undertake a project. So they get to design and develop an education change project and then get to implement that as part of their masters.
Right, awesome. So can you please explain about timetable of this program? Because some students are really interested on this part of the program.
Yeah, sure. So we're super proud to deliver the Master of Contemporary Education in an intake that is specifically for international students. So that means we can teach on campus here in Auckland in New Zealand. Students will spend 2 afternoons a week in class, so roughly 4 hours a week of directed learning, and then have a lot of time during the week to do their research, complete their assessments, engage in group work, hang out here on campus, get to know their colleagues and share their experiences and best practice. And then as the program goes through, the amount of directed time gets less as students become more independent and then start to work on their projects. So we love having the students here. They're bring a great energy and a great vibe to the campus. And it means because it's in person, they get to do lots of practical hands-on learning as well as the more theoretical conceptual learning.
Right. So some students are worried about this research program because some things that they need to prepare a research proposal when they apply for the program. How does it work?
Yeah, so you don't have to prepare a research proposal before you apply for any of our programs. We will support you throughout the Masters to develop your project. So some of our students come in with the one idea that they know they want to do their project on. Some students will come in with 10 ideas. Some students will come in with no ideas, and that doesn't matter. So the program is designed specifically to help them get to their idea or refine their idea if they already had one, and to develop a proposal that is master's level, that is practical given the time frame that they have to do it, and is aligned to their interests and ultimately the goals that they want to achieve by doing the program. So don't have to complete anything written before they start. That all comes throughout the program.
How long you usually gives them to prepare the proposals, like 2 months, 3 months?
Yeah, so the first part of the program we call part 1, which is all about discovery, that runs for about 20 weeks. That is not where they develop their proposal. That's just a time to purely learn, embrace new learning, embrace a new way of learning in New Zealand, before they then have to pick an idea. And then they get 3 months to develop their proposal. And every week they will have content and they will have delivery and sessions that are designed to help them build that proposal. So we'll help them write research questions, we'll help them design their methodology, we'll help them find evidence and guide them so that in their self-directed time they can work on developing their proposal.
Right. So once they develop the research proposal, so you do the approve. They have to go through approval process, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Once they get the approval, so can they do the research in Sri Lanka or because data collection, sometimes the research sample can be taken from another country, like in Sri Lanka. Can they do that, or do they have to do the research in here?
They don't have to do their research in New Zealand. So we have students in other programs that have done their research and their data collection in their home country, in Sri Lanka. And that's perfectly fine. So they will design, that's when I say a project that is practical and that is achievable. If that also means that there's some data collection in their home country, that's fine. They might do a little bit of something in New Zealand and there might be a comparative element to their study. So that's just part of the design process, and the team that they will work with will help them design a methodology that is going to enable them to achieve their goals, but is also research rigorous.
Yeah. So for some research, Dr. Helen, that we have to get ethical approvals. So how does it work in New Zealand? Like it's different in different countries. So the ethics approval for all of our master's programs and master's research projects is built into the assessment. So in developing their proposal, they will also complete their ethics form, and as part of the assessment of their proposal,
the assessors will also review their ethics, and we will approve it as part of. So you're right, in some institutions and in other places in New Zealand, you do your proposal and then you do your ethics, but that takes lots of time, that the students can't be going and doing their research. So it's all built into their assessment process, all built into their learning outcomes.
Awesome.
And it means also stronger projects because you're considering ethics at the same time,
Right.
and not then having to go back and change things later.
Awesome. So if the students want to do a research here, like how difficult for them to find a facility for that? Like, do they have to work somewhere for that, or how cooperative are the institutes in here in New Zealand?
It will depend on the topic that the student wants to do. So what the Masters of Contemporary Education cohort that started in April of 2025, they are currently in the process of writing their proposals. So they've just started that process. And there are some students that have developed connections with local schools. There are a few schools that we have taken them to as part of their learning in part one to see what schools and education looks like in New Zealand. And so there are definitely opportunities to connect with schools, to explore the possibility of maybe doing their research in a particular school, but it does depend a lot on the topic. But our staff are very connected with schools in New Zealand, especially in Auckland, and so if there is a desire to want to engage with the school, then we can start to have those conversations and see what might be possible. It does a lot depend on what the school is doing, what their focus is, how busy they are, all of that type of thing, but never say never, it might be possible.
All right. So when it comes to the research analysis part, so they might need some support for that, because some student actually knows how to do the researches, but sometimes they can't remember how to do the analysis parts and that sort of thing. Do you have a kind of support for that? Yeah,
definitely. So they will have learning and they will have sessions that will help with data analysis, but they will all also have a supervisor. So their supervisor will really know what their project is about. So for example, I currently am supervising a bunch of master's students, and so I know their project. They go out and do their data, they'll come back and tell me all about what they've done, they'll come back and explain, now I need to do my analysis, can you help me, what might that look like? And we'll think about what process they might follow, and check in every week and every fortnight. So there's human support, and then lots of resources and stuff as well that we can share on data analysis.
Okay, so when they do the research analysis part, they might need some softwares like SPSS kind of stuff. So how accessible are those softwares and stuff? Yeah,
so we don't have our own institutional licenses for that software, but we can support students to find available software. With AI now, there are lots of software available that can do lots of different things. And so we always, part of the design of the process and the project is, do you have the resources you need to undertake this? And so if there is a very, heavily statistical project, for example, which is very rare in our situations because of the type of research students are doing, then we look at what tools they might need and how those might be accessible.
Right. So when they are doing the literature review part, so do they need to refer to a lot of materials and stuff? So do you have a library kind of setting or access to the libraries, online libraries? Yeah, so we have an e-library through our learning management system, which gives them access to lots of different databases, ebooks, academic articles, as well as access and pointing them in the direction of a lot of open source and open access things that they can engage with. And because a lot of our students are teachers, we have a lot of educational databases, a lot of access that they can explore. And of course, a lot of stuff is freely available online as well. So through the process of designing their project, they will do a literature review and start to engage in the evidence. And then that's where we can kind of see what type of things are available. Right. So that means they have all the facilities they require here.
Yeah, generally speaking, there will sometimes be a few students that need something super specific, and we'll support them as best we can. But if it's something that is critical to the project, then they will look for other opportunities as well.
හරි ඔගොල්ලන්ට ඉතින් දැන් තේරෙනවා ඇති මේ ඉන්ස්ටිටියුට් එකේ මේ ඔයාලට ඉගෙන ගන්න අවශ්‍ය කරන ඔක්කොම දේවල් රිසර්ච් එකක් කරන්න අවශ්‍ය කරන ලිටරේචර් රිවිව් එකේ ඉඳන් ඩේටා ඇනලිසිස් එකේ ඉඳන් ඒ හැම දෙයකටම ඕන කරන හැම ෆැසිලිටි එකක්ම මෙතනද ඇත්තටම ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ලබා දෙනවා කිසිම ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැතුව මේ දේවල් කරගෙන යන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ වගේම ඇත්තටම හරිම සපෝටිව් ස්ටාෆ් එකකුත් ඉන්නවා. So thank you very much.
You're most welcome. Thank you.